All right. So for those of you at home, viewing from home, we are on illinoiscourts.gov/judicial-vacancies/associate. The live studio audience is seeing it in person. Thank you, live studio audience, once again. All right. Oh, geez. So associate judge vacancies are listed below and are available to be submitted by completing the electronic application for the corresponding circuit. So this seems like it might be a good gig. You know, you can apply to be an associate court judge. Let's see what the qualifications might be. So there's one vacancy here in Cook County. Notice of vacancy. Authorization pursuant to Illinois Supreme Court Rule 39 has been received by the Chief Judge, et cetera, authorized increase of 2 associate judgeships, et cetera. Okay, so that's the notice.
So I'm wondering,
Yeah.
you know how Illinois is all about filling government seats no matter what?
Yeah?
There are 10 vacancies, but they're only allowing 2 to be filled. I find that weird, like for Illinois.
Well,
That was all.
I don't have an explanation. So you have to fill out an application to be an associate judge. It's not, they're asking if you ever taught any law courses. If you've written any articles, texts, treatises, handbooks on the law. Oh, you do have to be a member of the bar. Okay. So sorry to all of you at home who were hoping to become an associate judge.
At some point.
Looks like we have to go to law school to make that happen. So the chief judge sorry, I'm trying to find it. It looks like we'd be in Peoria. Well, yeah, we would be in Peoria. For the Peoria County Court Administration, Gabe McLeod is the court administrator. Visit website. Online court records. So Peoria County. I know we're in Tazewell. So you can do things like make traffic payments, go to traffic school, make criminal payments. And Peoria County is in the 10th Judicial Circuit Court forms. How much does an Illinois Circuit Court judge make? Court funding, and we're on illinoiscourts.gov again. This was really what I was looking for. Judicial salaries, as determined by the legislature, were Supreme Court justices $246,256. Appellate court judges $231,773. I'm not going to ask you to remember this for the test, by the way. Circuit court judges $212,681, And the appointed 4-year associate judges we were talking about a moment ago, $202,047.
So it makes sense, in a sense, to stick with just being an associate judge. I mean, for a lot of people.
Well, there's not all that much difference in salary between a Supreme Court justice and associate judge. So yeah, I mean, it's just
How much you want to help, or
how much you want to help. It might also be a matter of prestige.
yeah.
You want the title of Chief Justice of the Illinois Supreme Court. You know, yeah, there are people like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody, you know, wants a title, wants to feel important. Wow. That's a lot of salary. Oh. So circuit clerks collect money and help pay for their operations and some court operations. They also collect and disperse revenues to help fund local and state government programs. Again, I'm reading straight off illinoiscourts.gov. State funding. So the graph to the left shows the Supreme Court's share of the General Revenue Fund appropriations for fiscal year 2021. Total generated revenue fund appropriation was 40 trillion. Is that trillion?
Billion.
Oh, excuse me. Yes, it is billion. 40 billion. I teach math. 40 billion, 175,203,000. And the court's appropriation was $434,679,700 of that.
Keep upping court fees.
Yeah. So the governor's agencies, which they're just lumping all into one thing, account for 51.76% of the appropriations. Again, they're lumping that all in together. Education, 45.24%. So education is the thing we spend the most on. Because I don't necessarily agree that all the agencies should be lumped together. No. Rob's looking for something.
It was up there. I just wanted to see.
Oh, he's trying to figure out how much we're throwing at education.
Yeah. My bad.
I believe it would be
Never mind.
40 billion, 175,203,000 times 0.4524.
Yeah.
So what's the answer to that?
Don't ever ask me.
You can do it. Eli and I believe in you.
But that doesn't. Oh, no. That's how it was. That's where I was like, this doesn't have a 4524. So 18, just over 18 billion
We're throwing just over 18 billion,
into education.
Rob says, into education. Let that sink in for a moment.
Yeah. Sorry.
My first question is, where are we getting $18 billion in this state?
Yeah.
But who knows? So there are associate judges. They may be retained by voters for additional 6-year terms. Personally, I like putting new blood on the bench.
Absolutely. In any political position.
Yeah, I've never voted to retain a judge. Never ever. My, and the reason I did that is because my grandfather told me never to do that when I got to be a voting age. And I asked him why, and I didn't understand it at the time, but I do. I do now.
It reduces bias.
Yeah, it reduces bias. Yeah. Yeah, it reduces all sorts of things. Just new blood, new people, just keep the turnover. I mean, the vote doesn't matter because the vote to retain, it doesn't matter because they're always retained, like with 99% of the vote.
Because most people don't actually care or pay attention, so they just vote them in no matter what.
Yeah, yeah. And there's usually nobody running against, yeah, which is also a shame. If I remember, I think in 2016, when I was doing my, when I was starting my second term as vice chairman of the Libertarian Party, and the political director, if he sees this, he's going to call me up and bawl me out for being wrong. I believe he ran the numbers, and he said of the state house races, it was like 60% of them were running, the incumbent was running unopposed, completely unopposed.
Yeah. That's what I said in my, I don't know, one of the classes. Like, it's just from apathy or, indifference. People don't really care. They don't think it's impacting their daily life, even though it is.
Yeah.
In the bigger picture. So they're like, whatever, I'm not gonna, even try to run against this person. Plus, they also know, like, the funding involved and the corruption within the system to keep those people in.
Yeah.
I think most people are afraid to run against somebody who has, clout.
Yeah. Like in my district in Lincoln, I mean, my state rep is very well loved. I like the guy. He's not a libertarian. I like him too.
He's not phony.
He's not phony at all. No. But he was running for re-election. What was it now? 20? Yeah, 20. And he was running against a member of the Green Party. I knew he was going to win anyway, but minor parties have to achieve 5% of the vote to stay on the ballot for additional cycles and get the signature requirements down. So I knew he was going to win anyway, so I threw my vote to the Green Party candidate. I knew she wasn't going to win either. But yeah, I mean, I'm just helping because I do sincerely believe that the more choices voters have, the better.
Encourage someone from a third party to run again later on because they weren't just completely wiped out.
Yeah, and I believe, if I remember correctly, she ended up with, I think, about 15% of the vote. So, no,
independent or.
Yeah, so the Greens have ballot access in my state house district now for another couple cycles. I don't think that's a bad thing at all.
It's still freedom of choice.
Yeah.
Even if you don't agree with it, it's still freedom of choice.
No. I mean, and I do. I vote for them for just environmental positions and things like that. There are things I believe, the Greens are better suited to do than the Democrats and Republicans. I'm not a straight.
Each have their own strengths.
Yeah, I'm not a straight ticket voter by any means.
Yeah. That's what I hate, like the blue no matter who, red till I'm dead kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. So, Illinois judges have to be a U.S. citizen, an attorney licensed to practice in Illinois, and a resident of the district or circuit he or she serves. So, go to law school, boys, and you can make the big bucks.
I was going to turn in my application to be a judge, but now I can't.
Oh.
I was ready. I was going to go home and settle in.
Well, I'm sorry to dash your hopes and dreams there, Eli. It was a short-lived dream, anyway.
It was. I'm heartbroken now.
You're
I don't know how to recover.
You're heartbroken. Oh.
Like 4 to 6 more years, or spend a few years at a law office in California.
I
You
actually,
can take the bar and.
I'll go to California.
Why California?
Well, it's just one of their rules, regulations, whatever regarding the bars. I don't remember how many years, but it's a certain amount of time as paralegal or whatever working at a law office, you can take the bar exam
Ah.
instead of having to pay tons of money and deal with tons of stress going through law school.
Oh, you're saying that you can just take the bar?
Yeah.
Oh,
You have to be there for a certain amount of years in, like, at a firm.
that's great.
I was looking at it years ago, and then California just went to shit, so I decided against it.